Audio. I hope you are back. Welcome to my channel. So this is my content, my topic today about which I teach you about history of Canada. I am some discuss about it, but first of all, if you are new, so please subscribe my channel, plus the bell icon. So I start my topic about history of Canada. Canada history. Indigenous peoples, the first inhabitants of North America, are generally hypothesized to have migrated from Siberia by way of the Bering Land Bridge and arrived at least 14,000 years ago. The Paleo-Indian archaeological sites at Old Crow Flats and Bluefish Caves are two of the older sites of human habitation in Canada. The characteristics of indigenous societies included permanent settlements, agriculture, complex societal and hierarchies, and trading networks. Some of these cultures had collapsed by the time European explorers arrived in the late 15th and early 16th centuries and have only been discovered through archaeological investigations. Indigenous peoples in present-day Canada include the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. The last being of mixed descent was originated in the mid-17th century when First Nations people married European settlers and subsequently developed their own identity. And the indigenous population at the time of the first European settlement is estimated to have been between 200,000, with the figure of 500,000 accepted by Canada's Royal Commission on Aboriginal peoples the consequence of European colonization, and the indigenous population declined by 40 to 80%. The decline is attributed to several causes, including the of European diseases to which they had no natural immunity, conflicts over the fur trade, and conflicts with the colonial authorities and settlers, and the loss of indigenous lands to settlers, and the subsequent collapse of several nations of self-sufficiency. Although not without conflict, European Canadians' early interactions with First Nations and Inuit population were relatively peaceful. First Nations and Métis peoples played a critical part in the development of European colony in Canada, particularly for their role in European colonists, Disboys, and voyagers in their explorations of the continent. During the North America for trade, these early European interactions with the First Nations were changed from friendship and peace treaties to the disposition of indigenous land through treaties from the late 18th century. European Canadians forced indigenous people to assimilate into a Western Canadian society. Settler colonialism reached a climax in the late 19th and early 20th century. A period of redress began with the formation of Reconciliation Commission by the Government of Canada in 2008. This included acknowledgement of cultural genocide, settlement agreements, and betterment of racial discrimination issues such as addressing the plight of missing and murdered indigenous women and its European colonization. It is believed that first documented European to explore the east of Canada was North Sea explorer Leif Erikson. In approximately 1000 AD, the North Sea built a small, short-lived compartment that was occupied sporadically for perhaps 20 years at Lancey Oaks Meadows on the northern tip of Newfoundland. Now, for the European exploration occurred until 1497 when seafarer John Cobbard explored and claimed Canada's Atlantic coast in the name of Henry VII of England. In 1534, French explorer Jacques Cartier explored the Gulf of St. Lawrence, where on July 24 he planted a 10-meter 33 feet cross bearing the word "Long live the King of France" and took possession of the territory New France in the name of King Francis I. The early 16th century saw European mariners with navigational techniques pioneered by the Basque and Portuguese, established seasonal whaling and fishing outposts along the Atlantic coast. In general, early settlement during the Age of Discovery appear to have been short-lived due to a combination of a harsh climate, problems with navigation trade routes, and competing outputs in Scandinavia. In 1583, Sir Humphrey Gilbert, by the royal prerogative of Queen Elizabeth I, founded F.T. Jones and Newfoundland as the first North America English sectional camp. In 1600, the French established their first sectional trading post as Tadeusz along the St. Lawrence. French explorer and Samuel D. Champion arrived in 1603 and established the first permanent year-round European settlements at Port Royal in 1605 and Quebec City in 1608. Among the colonists of New France, Canadians extensively settled the St. Lawrence River Valley, and Acadians settled the first present-day Maritimes, while for traders and Catholic missionaries explored the Great Lakes, Hudson Bay, and the Mississippi waters to Louisiana, and the Beaver Wars broke out in the mid 17th century over control of the North American fur trade. So friends, how is my topic? I hope you like. Give me permission, I am going to my new topic. Take care, love. In this topic you will also see I discuss about you a history of Canada. I complete teach you about it. So now you give me permission, I am going to new topic. Take care, love.